Hi, I'm Steve with Moose Logic, and today we're here with my guest Tim Warden from DataCore. Tim is the Western Region Sales Director, and we're going to ask Tim some questions about DataCore, which, by the way, is one of our absolute favorite products. Tim, why don't you tell us a little bit about DataCore?
Well, we're a software company specializing in storage virtualization.
Okay. What products do you offer?
SAN Melody and SAN Symphony are our primary flagship products.
Okay. And what are those products? What do they do?
Well, if I had to put it in a single sentence, I would say that DataCore does for storage what server virtualization products such as VMware, Hyper-V, and Zen Server do for servers.
Okay. So basically we have a piece of SAN software, and is this an appliance, or what does this do?
You know, as a software package, it can basically be all things to all people. That is to say, certainly you can build a SAN appliance with this software, but you can also use this in large enterprise environments to basically take heterogeneous storage systems and put them under one pane of glass and allow them to all work together, which is pretty much the way virtual software works.
Okay, so I could take my EMCs and my IBMs and everything else and put a SAN Symphony or a SAN Melody in front of that and
Precisely.
basically combine all that storage.
Exactly.
And what does that do for me by doing that? What features, benefits do I get out of that?
Well, clearly it allows you to break vendor lock. It allows you to do things like allow your EMCs and your IBMs to truly play together. Or even if you are all under one vendor, perhaps maybe you're nothing but an EMC shop, it allows the different tiers of storage from those vendors to work together. You can now do things like take snapshots from your DMXs down on your CXs, or onto a shelf of low-cost drives, if you like, from any vendor. It allows you to be completely vendor agnostic with the storage.
That's nice. So if I have a SAN Melody or a SAN Symphony sitting in front of all my servers, I'm going to be able to do things such as use your product's snapshotting, the asynchronous replication, all those features that your product come built in with.
Exactly. Thin provisioning, which was a DataCore first. Synchronous mirroring. We allow you to do true active synchronous mirrors, which can allow you to very easily do stretch clusters.
Okay. And why is that important? What does that do for me?
Well, it's funny. If you look at the data center over the past several decades, you'll notice that there are certain things that people have taken for granted need to be truly redundant. First one that comes to mind is the network. Network infrastructure has always been redundant. Redundant switches, redundant cabling. If you had an application that was absolutely critical, you did what? You clustered it.
Right.
Put it in a cluster. And people accept that as just common sense when it comes to products like Zen Server or Hyper-V or ESX. And even when it comes to the storage, when SANs first came on the market, around 1997, 1998, everybody accepted that these highly available devices, when you connected them up to their host, needed to have highly available fabric infrastructure. So they told you to do what? Buy 2 fiber channel switches and buy multiple HBAs and redundant cabling. Well, you've made everything in the data center redundant except for your storage. The storage array has been still highly available, but a 19-inch rackable single point of failure. And so what we allow you to do is to actually have that same level of redundancy that you've taken for granted with your fiber, your network, and your servers, your host.
Okay, so what I hear you saying is that you end up with 2 separate towers of storage.
That's correct.
And 2 different machines presenting that.
That's correct.
Okay. And so how does that work as far as what my application servers see? They're not going to see both of those servers at the same time, right?
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
Okay.
We'll basically present the virtual storage, if you will, the LUNs in the parlance of SANs, across the 2 different controllers. So it will look as if instead of having those 2 targets sitting in the same physical enclosure, those 2 enclosures are actually separate enclosures, but they're both presenting the same LUN actively.
I see. So what we end up with is what you refer to as a virtual volume.
That's correct.
So our application server sees 1 volume. Very nice, very nice. Well, that's about all we have time for today. I'm here with Tim Warden from DataCore Software, and thank you for being with us for this week of the video blog.
And thank you, Steve.
Thank you.